Oh, okay, so listen, I lied the other day. Hey Booktube, it's me, Kim, from Middle of the Book March. And in my last video, I talked about a big major unhaul that I did. And yes, I got rid of, with the help of my husband, a load of 15 big tote bags filled with books. Yep, we did it. And I did it fast so I wouldn't have any regrets. I have no regrets. I have no regrets. And I was talking to my friend Britta Bowler about unhauling books, and we both made the same comment of, I want to look at my bookshelf and see joy and excitement. I want to look at my bookshelf and see nothing except books that I've loved or books that I'm excited about. And I want my shelves to reflect me, who I am. Now, one thing that I've gotten caught up in with Booktube in the last 4 years, and it's nobody's fault but mine. It's not Booktube's fault. It's no other Booktuber's fault. It's my fault. But I've gotten sucked into the idea of collecting. And I have a small collection that I am unhauling. Why did I lie? How did I lie? I lied by saying I wasn't going to ship out any books. I lied. I've changed my mind because I have a fairly sizable pile of books that I really do want to give to somebody. All I ask is that you pay a small amount of money for shipping. The first thing I'm going to show you is a collection. Now, I would love to send them all to one person. I really would. But if you don't want to buy all of them, I'm okay with that. Because if you buy the collection, I will ask for, I don't know, maybe $10 or something plus shipping. But if you only want 1 or 3 or 7, however many, let me know. But at the end of the video, I will repeat, let me know. Anyway, let me show you this collection. These are the MacMillan Collector's Classics. And they are these tiny little books. I'm going to go this way. This is The Tempest by William Shakespeare. I'm not going to tell you anything beyond the title and the author of these books. I don't know how many I have. I have more than a dozen of these little books. They're very pretty. It's kind of that Tiffany blue. Those are the end papers. And this is the naked hardback. It's very pretty. But most of these are classics that I already have in other forms. These are just sitting on my shelf looking pretty. They all have a blue ribbon bookmark. They have gold edges. And the titles are all in that gold foil. So I'm going to show you all of them. If you want this collection, let me know. This is The Tempest, William Shakespeare. Emma by Jane Austen. Walden by Henry David Thoreau. Leaves of Grass and Other Selected Poems by Walt Whitman. Lark Rise to Candleford by Flora Thompson. Almost all of these I already have elsewhere. Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen. Here's the ribbon bookmark. Othello by William Shakespeare. I don't know who this is, and I've never read it. Sweet Danger by Marjorie Allingham. Allingham? The Awakening and Other Stories by Kate Chopin. Lady Chatterley's Lover by D.H. Lawrence. Poems on Nature by Helen Macdonald. Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. I have about 6 of this in other formats. Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. The Portrait of a Lady by Henry James. The Importance of Being Earnest and Other Plays by Oscar Wilde. Moby Dick by Herman Melville. My Antonia by Willa Cather. The Moonstone by Wilkie Collins. And the last one is Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare. I think that's 3 Shakespeares I have here. So, if you want that whole collection, let me know. Let me know in the comments below. And for all of these books that I'm going to show you, if you want any of them, the first person who responds that they want a specific book will get that book. And then once you tell me you want a book, I will let you know where to send me a private message, how, what format, so that I can get your address and send these books out to you. Once I start shipping books, I'm not going to be able to ship every single one immediately. I'll probably ship them in batches if I get enough people that would like a book. So these are not the only books that I'm going to give away. I do have a fairly sizable collection. So let me show you all of the books that I would love to give to somebody, I would love to send to somebody. Happiness Falls by Angie Kim. This one didn't work for me. I read it for my book group and didn't love it. And I am getting rid of books that I either don't love or I feel I don't need to keep or have completely lost interest in. Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. This one was a delight. I actually really loved this one. I don't really need to keep it. It's a Book of the Month Club edition. All of these books, some of them are used, but almost all of them are in spectacular condition. That was a lot of fun to read. This one I never read, but I believe it was a gift, but I don't think I'm going to read it. It's The Library of the Dead by T.L. Huchu. It looks good. There's another book that comes after this one, but I don't think I'm going to read this. And it has the word library in the cover, so anybody want to snatch that up? This one is, I read the first story/novella in this book, but I don't need to keep it. This is the complete fiction of Nella Larsen, and I read Passing in this collection. This includes Passing, Quicksand, and the stories. So if anybody would like the Nella Larsen volume. This book I have on my Kindle, and it's a huge, heavy volume. There's a ton of notes back here. The readable text is about 995 pages. This is the Brontes, Wild Genius on the Moors, The Story of a Literary Family by Juliet Barker. I have this on my Kindle, and if I choose to read it, I will most likely read it in that format. But this is the very large hard copy. This is a book I have 2 other copies of. This is She's Come Undone by Wally Lamb. This one I don't think I ever cracked open because I read this in hardcover several times. So this is almost a brand new paperback copy of She's Come Undone. Flight Behavior by Barbara Kingsolver. I read this several years ago with my book group. I am getting a little disillusioned with Barbara Kingsolver. My very favorite is the Poisonwood Bible. And I have unhauled several of her other books. I have a second one in my box too, but Flight Behavior by Barbara Kingsolver. That's about butterflies. I have this Barnes & Noble copy of Mansfield Park by Jane Austen. This is probably my least favorite Jane Austen novel, and I would be happy to give that away. It's a pretty copy. It's one of the Barnes & Noble new, I don't know what they call it, signature classics. And they've got, I think, all of the Jane Austen novels in that format. And they're very pretty. Oh, I've got more MacMillans. Oh my gosh. Hold on, I'm going to duck out of the scene. I have so many more. Oh my good gracious. This is The Three Musketeers by Alexander Dumas. Tess of the D'Urbervilles by Thomas Hardy. Oh my gosh. A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. The Scarlet Letter by Nathaniel Hawthorne. And last but not least, North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell. Why, do you ask, do I have all of these? These are all, I found all of these at such ridiculously low prices. And again, I thought I was going to collect them. The majority of these books I have in other forms. I have other copies. And when I bought them, I thought they were so beautiful, and they really are. But these would be very difficult for me to read because they're tiny. The books are tiny. The font is small. So I don't feel a need to keep these. I have the Barnes & Noble paperback copy of The Brothers Karamazov by Fyodor Dostoevsky. I already have this in another copy, so I don't need 2. And the Barnes & Noble, I have to say, the Barnes & Noble paperback copies are pretty good. They have very good font, if that matters to you, and they have really good footnotes and notes, so I really enjoy reading those versions. This one is another one, The Way We Live Now by Anthony Trollope in the Barnes & Noble paperback. And this copy I haven't even opened. It's still almost brand new. Let's see, I have a couple more. Oh, here's my other Barbara Kingsolver. If anybody would like this UK version of Demon Copperhead, you can have it. I didn't love this. This is her most recent novel. It's beloved. It won the Women's Prize. It won the Booktube Prize. So if you would like this version, the UK paperback, you can have it. It's been read. I have cracked the spine a little bit, but it's still in great shape. Let's see. This one, Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. I read this a long time ago, and it's good. I really enjoyed this book, but it can go. 2 more. No, 3 more. The Hummingbird's Gift by Cy Montgomery. I read this. This was adorable. This is one of the books I don't need to keep on my shelf. It's her experience with hummingbirds. I think I read that for Shorty September last year. The Crimson Petal and the White, I'm gonna knock myself out, by Michel Faber. This is the hardcover version. I read this years ago in paperback, and this is a pretty chunky hardcover. It's not going to be easy to read. This is one of those hardcover books I would sit at my kitchen table and read it because it's heavy and it's clunky. But it's practically brand new. Most of my books, I'm all over the place, aren't I? Are in practically new condition. I do read very carefully. When I read a book that I just need to get into, I will break it open. I won't tear it apart, but I will break the spine. I will fold it. I will dog-ear it. My copy of The Count of Monte Cristo is broken. There's multiple spaces on the spine that are broken. I absolutely loved that book. The last one, yes. I don't think you really want my Honda warranty booklet. That's for my car. You can have it if you want. The Covenant of Water by Abraham Verghese. I read this for my book group, and it was good. I didn't love it. Again, it's another giant paperback, great size font, but it's a big one, and it's heavy. So these are all of the books that I am willing to give away. Well, unless you want the entire MacMillan collection, then I might knock that up to $20. Everything else I will give away to you with a little bit of money for shipping. So let me know in the comments below if you'd like any of these. If there are people that want the same copy, the first person to respond will get the book. And once you respond that you want it, respond in this video. But then if you already know how to get a hold of me privately, whether it's on Voxer or you can use my Goodreads to send a private message, but put your comment in the comment box below the video so I'll know you're the first responder. So let me know if you'd like any of these. And thanks for humoring me. Thank you for letting me change my mind. And I would love to get some of these books out to you. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.